Okay, so as you know, we've been looking at different types of verbs in the present and in the future tense. But the thing that's really important to know to help you get even better with verbs is how to use a dictionary to look up your different conjugations. You should already know that if you look up a verb in the dictionary, for example, let's look up to watch. Because we've been doing TV and cinema, it makes sense to look up a verb that's related to that. So if we look up the verb to watch, here we go. Okay, so we've got here, it says specifically, if I just focus on this, to watch films or TV is ver, V-E-R. So that's in the infinitive, and we can tell that because it ends in ER, and also, as you know, they can end in AR or IR, and that's the form that you will find in the dictionary. It's the most basic form, and it's not attached to a person or any tense, so you need to change this. Now, if you're not sure how to change this, you can use the middle section of the dictionary. So, every verb in the dictionary has a number next to it, like you can see. You've got mirar above that. Obviously that doesn't have quite the same meaning because it's not for films or TV, but it still means to watch. And that's got 17. This one's got 16. So if I go into the middle section of the dictionary, you'll see some numbers along with verbs. This is the blue section that looks a bit like this. So if I go to number 16, here we go, we've got the verb ver, and these are all the conjugations. The main one you need to focus on for the time being is the present tense, because that's what we've been doing. Obviously, as we go on, you will be able to use these other tenses as well, but for the moment, I want you to focus on this. Now, the main thing, and the main one you want to know, is the I form, how to say I watch, or I look at, or I see, or I have, or whatever it might be. So here you go, you've got I see, and it also means I watch. So you know now that that is your verb that you want to use. Ver isn't attached to a person, so this shows you how you change it to say what you want to. So this one's the I form, this is the you form next, ves. This is the he or she, ve. Vemos is the we form. Veis is the you plural form, and ven is the they form. That's always the order that they go in all of these tenses. I, you, he or she, just here, we, you plural form, and they. And that would be the same. So if you know that it follows that pattern, it will be much easier. Obviously, it helps you that it tells you here that it's I. The first one's always I, which will be the most common one you will want to use. So, then you know, veo la televisión is I watch TV instead of ver la televisión, which is to watch TV. This is just your neutral form. It hasn't been changed. So using that information, hopefully now you can start to think about how you can use this dictionary even more than you already do to put it into your work and to ensure the accuracy of your verbs. So now, in my work, if I'm going to write it, I would write, as I said, veo la televisión. Not just the infinitive. If we put there, that wouldn't make any sense unless you want to just say watching TV in general, not attached to a person. So we need to make sure we're changing these verbs. Now, some verbs you'll already know how to change. We did our lovely conjugations back song and things like that. Some of them are regular, but if you're ever unsure, you can always look it up in the dictionary just to double check. And also for the irregular verbs, it does make it easier to learn them if you're actively looking for them yourself. Let's just look at one more example to give you an idea. So, moving on to our topic of sport, you might want to have a look at the verb to play, for example, because you want to say, I play football, I play golf, whatever it might be. So if we look up play in here. Here we go. Okay, so we've got to play. Let me just focus in on this. Here we go, to play. And the first one, a game or a sport, exactly what we want to do. Remember, in brackets, it gives you the sort of definition that you want to look at. So if you want to play a game or a sport, you would use this one. If it's talking about playing an instrument, it would be slightly different. So always use this to help you with the context you want to use it. So we've got jugar. We know that's an infinitive, it ends in AR, and it's given us the number 27. So we need to go back to the middle section. And we need to find number 27. Now, some of them are slightly smaller, as you can see, because these are more regular. It's only just some different tenses that they change in. So, if I go down here to jugar, just to make it a little bit clearer for you, here we go. You can see that there's only slight changes in bold here, but it's good to know. So, how to say I play, we know it's the present tense we want to use, and it's the first person because we're saying I play. So we would use juego. So instead of saying jugar, which would be to play, we want to say I play. So we would get rid of this and we would use our juego. We would change it slightly, just like this. Juego al fútbol. Obviously, we've learnt how to use the infinitive, like me gusta jugar, I like to play. But if we just want to say I play football, then we need to use our dictionary to work out how to change that infinitive, jugar, to say what we would like to, which is juego. Okay? And obviously, if you wanted to say we play, you've got that one here as well, jugamos, or they play, juegan. So you can use this dictionary to change to say what you would like to. Some verbs you will find in the dictionary, they won't have the exact infinitive at the top when you look up the number, but they'll have one which follows exactly the same pattern, so you can tell the endings. Even if it's not the same verb, lots of regular ones will have all the same patterns, so that you can use those. Even if it doesn't say the same one at the top, it will still give you a regular pattern. Usually, for example, here, hablar, as we know, is very regular, and these are the endings we've learnt normally. So a lot of verbs in the dictionary will take you to number 17, which follows this pattern. Okay.